Not every truth needs to be spoken. I want you to really sit with that sentence for a moment. Let it feel uncomfortable if it does. Let it challenge the part of you that wants to explain yourself, defend yourself, correct people, or finally say the thing you've been holding in for too long. Because silence, real, intentional silence, is not weakness. It's one of the hardest forms of strength you'll ever practice. By the way, if this message is helping you grow and shift your mindset, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. I share powerful reminders and guidance every week, and I don't want you to miss anything that could push you forward on your journey. I know you. Or at least, I know this part of you. The part that feels deeply. The part that notices things others miss. The part that sees the truth in situations long before anyone else does. And because you see it, you feel responsible for saying it. You think, if I don't speak up, who will? If I don't clarify, they'll misunderstand me. If I don't tell my side, I'll be invisible. But listen to me carefully. Silence does not erase you. Silence protects you. There are moments in life where speaking feels urgent, like a fire in your chest. Your heart races, your thoughts stack on top of each other, and your tongue feels heavy with unsaid words. You replay conversations in your head, imagining what you should have said or what you will say next time. And you convince yourself that once you speak your truth, everything will finally make sense. But that's not always how it works. Sometimes when you speak, people don't hear the truth, they hear what they're ready to hear. Sometimes they twist your words, not because you explain poorly, but because they are committed to misunderstanding you. And sometimes, the more you explain, the smaller you become in their eyes. That's when silence becomes power. You don't owe everyone access to your thoughts. You don't owe everyone explanations. You don't owe everyone closure. And I know that's hard to accept, especially if you're someone who values honesty, transparency, and depth. You might feel like staying silent is dishonest, like you're betraying yourself. But there's a difference between lying and choosing peace. Let me tell you something most people learn too late. Truth without timing is noise. Truth without safety is self-destruction. Not every truth needs to be spoken because not every space is safe for it. There are people who ask questions not because they want to understand you, but because they want to use your answers against you. There are people who listen only so they can respond, argue, or invalidate. There are people who don't deserve the vulnerability it takes to speak your truth out loud. And here's the part that might sting a little. Some people don't change even when you tell them the truth perfectly. You could speak calmly, kindly, logically, emotionally. You could choose every word with care, and still they won't get it because they don't want to. So ask yourself this, honestly. Am I speaking to be understood, or am I speaking to be accepted? Because if you're speaking just to be accepted, you'll end up betraying yourself. You'll over-explain. You'll apologize for things that weren't your fault. You'll soften your truth until it barely resembles you anymore. Silence, on the other hand, keeps your spine straight. When you stay silent, you observe. You see who people really are, not who they pretend to be when they're talking. You notice patterns. You notice inconsistencies. You notice who respects your boundaries and who gets uncomfortable when they can't control the narrative. And let me tell you something quietly, like a secret between us. People reveal themselves when you stop explaining yourself. Your silence becomes a mirror, and not everyone likes what they see. Now, I'm not telling you to swallow everything. I'm not telling you to let people walk over you. Silence is not submission. Silence is strategy. There is a huge difference. Staying silent doesn't mean you don't have a voice. It means you're choosing when and where to use it. Think of your words as currency. If you give them away to everyone, they lose value. But when you speak rarely, intentionally, and only when it matters, people listen. And even if they don't, you know you honored yourself. There's also this beautiful, underrated thing that happens when you stop speaking every truth. You start hearing your own inner voice more clearly. You realize how much noise you were trying to escape by talking. How often you were hoping someone else would validate what you already knew. Silence forces you inward. And yes, that can be uncomfortable, but it's also where your strength lives. In silence, you learn discernment. You learn patience. You learn that not every battle deserves your energy. Some arguments are designed to drain you, Some conversations are traps. Some people thrive on reaction. And when you don't give them one, when you simply observe, step back, and choose not to engage, you take away their power. Silence is saying, I don't need to prove myself to you. And that is one of the most liberating realizations you'll ever have. I want you to understand something deeply. Your truth is still true, even if you never say it out loud. Let that sink in. You don't need witnesses for your reality to be valid. You don't need approval for your feelings to be real. You don't need agreement for your experience to matter. Sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is walk away with your truth intact. There will be moments when you'll want to correct someone who has misunderstood you. There will be moments when someone paints you in a light that feels unfair. And yes, that hurts. Of course it does. You're human. But not every misunderstanding needs to be corrected. Some people will never know your heart, and that's okay. The people meant to know you will feel you without explanation. They won't demand constant justification. They won't punish you for your silence. They'll respect it. And here's another truth people don't say enough. Silence protects your future. Words can't be taken back. Emotions pass, but statements linger. When you speak from anger, hurt, or exhaustion, you might reveal things that later cost you peace, relationships, or opportunities. Silence gives you time. Time to calm down. Time to choose wisely. Time to respond instead of react. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to say nothing. You are allowed to keep parts of yourself private. Privacy is not secrecy. It's self-respect. There's also a quiet confidence in someone who doesn't feel the need to narrate their every thought. Someone who doesn't rush to defend themselves. Someone who lets their actions speak. That confidence isn't loud, but it's undeniable. And I think you're learning that now. You're learning that staying silent doesn't mean you've lost it. Often means you've outgrown the situation. It means you've realized that your energy is precious, that your peace matters more than being right. You don't need to win every argument. You don't need to teach every lesson. You don't need to be understood by everyone. Some people are chapters, not the whole book. Some conversations are distractions, not destinations. When you stay silent, you create space. Space for clarity, space for growth, space for the right people to step closer and the wrong ones to drift away. And that's not loss. That's alignment. So the next time you feel that urge to speak, pause. Ask yourself, will this bring peace or just temporary relief? Am I speaking because it's necessary or because I'm uncomfortable with silence? If silence feels heavy, it's often because it's doing important work. Trust it. Not every truth needs to be spoken. Some truths are meant to be lived. Some are meant to be protected. Some are meant to be shared only with those who have earned the right to hear them. And you're allowed to choose. By the way, if this message is helping you grow and shift your mindset, take a moment to hit that subscribe button. I share powerful reminders and guidance every week, and I don't want you to miss anything that could push you forward on your journey. I'm proud of you for learning this, even if it came through pain, even if it came through being misunderstood, even if it came through losing people who couldn't meet you where you are now. You're not quieter because you're weaker. You're quieter because you're wiser.